so long to film another one of these. We've been rubbish, but we will be better.
We've dragged a friend into it.
We've dragged a friend today, so this is Chloe. For those of you who don't know, it's Chloe_InMotion. On Instagram, so be sure to check out. We want to bring Chloe in today to talk to you guys and answer some of your questions with us. A lot of you have asked us how much is too much when it comes to training. And we kind of covered this a little bit at BZ.
Yeah, there's no magic number. It's not like, this is how many sessions you should do, no more, no less. It's completely different on that person and the type of work you're doing throughout the day.
You wouldn't want to look at, for example, us at the moment, or Chloe at the moment, and try and copy the amount of hours we're putting in. Because also, one thing you've got to remember here, which I think is really important, definitely a lot of my kind of friends from home and things like that are like, well, you train twice a day sometimes, so I can train twice a day sometimes. I'm like, it's a little bit different. One, it's my job, and two, I'm training for something that's, you know, a little bit out of the ordinary. We're training to be on our feet for a very long time, which is kind of the same with Chloe. So if you compared our training volume to yours, there is no comparison. It's completely different, unless obviously you are training for something similar to us, in which case, go you. But I think like Chloe will definitely.
Yeah, I think it's the type of training you do as well. For example, like we're all training for endurance, and so although we're on our feet on our bike for 2-3 hours at a time, it's very low level kind of thing. You know, we're not putting our heart rate up there the whole time. It's a very low state, so you're just going to constantly be on your feet. Whereas if we're doing a HIIT class, like you should only be able to do like half an hour of it, because HIIT training is high intensity, it is, but 100%. If you do that properly, you should not be able to do any more than half an hour, and that's all you need to get the fat burn going for that longer period of time. So it depends the style of training as well, to how long you do it for.
I think that's really key thing. So sometimes when we're teaching people double up and they do the next class, and I was like, how are you doing a second one? I was like, you obviously weren't trying hard enough in the first one. I don't think classes like that, the kind of thing where you're supposed to double up, that's not that type of training. You need to go, if you're looking to build that duration, that's not your go-to. There's so many different areas that will be way more beneficial, lower impact. And yeah, just keeping that heart rate nice and steady for a long period. You don't want it going like for like 3 hours. That's a really good impression of a heartbeat there.
That was great. I think that links back to another question that a lot of people ask us is like, how should I train? You know, like how do you guys split up your cardio and strength sessions? How many HIIT sessions do you do a week? Like, sort of those kinds of questions. And actually, it doesn't really matter how many we do or how many you do. It's what works for us. Like Chloe said, if you're doing HIIT training, you should only be able to work at that sort of maximum capacity for 30 minutes. That's why it's such a great form of training. It's so efficient. If you're busy, if you've got long hours at work or whatever, you can go and smash out half an hour and actually get a seriously good workout in a short space of time. Whereas if you are looking to train, like Chloe said, for an endurance, unfortunately that's what comes with it. I mean, we say unfortunately we quite like being on our feet or on the bike for that amount of time. But if you don't, if you hate, the thought of being out on a run for 2 hours, then endurance isn't your thing. Go try something else, and don't worry about trying to get that one long run in a week, because we get that one long run in a week. You can still get the benefits that we're getting from that long run from another form of exercise. There's no need to kind of slog it out and be unhappy.
I think then moving on to like a next question that runs in quite nicely of like, do we have like a bad session, or what happens when it goes wrong on a challenge that you recently experienced it firsthand, and you can run us through like how you felt and like how you sort of then got out the other end of it and re-motivated yourself for the next one.
So I was meant to go out, I was planned to do this about 60-mile bike ride, and I probably got about 5 miles in and my legs were just dead. Like, you push and you push and you push and you just had absolutely nothing there. Even going downhill, was a struggle. And at 12 miles...
Not a happy place to be.
No, it was horrible. And you have it in your head, you're like, I've got to do this. If I don't do this, then my training's lost. I've lost everything. What's the point, kind of thing. You're at that stage, you're like, if I can't even cycle 5 miles, how am I going to do 112 and then a marathon? And it just, I had my head in my handlebars, in tears by the side of the road. And so
This one doesn't cry either.
No. That was probably the first time I cried in about 5 years. Very tough stuff. But yeah, and so I just kind of, good talking to, and I was like, okay, 60 miles isn't going to happen, do what you can. So I shortened the route and I just focused on being on the saddle, slowing the legs down and just moving through the motion. It was still bloody tough, and it sucked the whole way, and I cried and I moaned and I screamed swear words at the wind. And then I got to the end and I just let it all out to my mum, and she was like, suck it up, it sucks and it is going to be tough, but she was like, on the day you'll do it. Everybody has bad sessions, but it's what you take from it, and it's listening to your body, and obviously my body needed rest. And so the next day I took a chill. I basically tapered down the next week, because obviously I'd done a lot of high volume, a lot of very intense things, my body needed a rest. So I tapered down. I took from like my usual 16 hours training down to 8 hours, and just listened to my body. And then after that, I then went to Portsmouth, 80 miles, easy, cycling. And it's such a big comparison if you just listen to your body and just take the rest.
I think that's really important, especially like on the day of as well. So when it wasn't going right, you cut that distance in half and just got there like you need to do. Don't push it when injury will occur. And then also how you said afterwards, you didn't just take one day of no training, no nothing. Yeah. You still kept moving, but just lightened everything off for a bit of like a period of time, and your body needs that. It's not like, okay, I'll just give you 12 hours and you'll be great to go again. That's not how your body works.
Obviously, again, we're training differently, so the kind of rest we need for the kind of thing we're doing is a lot more, because we are doing a lot more hours, we need more hours rest. If you're just doing HIIT training, you have an off day, probably 1, maybe 2 days rest is enough. But for our kind of training, when you are doing 16, 20 hours a week, you need a little bit more than that. Your body needs so much time, food and sleep to really get over it.
We're really good at the food part though, that we're nailing.
I think one thing that's kind of key to point out here is clothes training for an Ironman. By the way, that's what we're talking about with the big day. Yeah. So just for those of you who don't know, an Ironman is?
An Ironman's about 2.5 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and then a marathon, back to back in under 17 hours.
And it's for insane people.
Yes.
So maybe one day
when they invent.
We'll see what this one looks like afterwards.
Yeah. Give me kind of a jetpack and an electric bike.
Or a relay.
And Emily.
Or a relay.
Yeah, a relay.
Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
Or some roller skates. You might.
That would end worse. No.
It's safe to say we're in a minority in terms of how we get our enjoyment. I'm sure Chloe will agree that we've been able to explore some incredible places, and will continue to explore some incredible places on foot and on bike, and it's an incredible way for us to travel and for us to kind of like experience these things. For you, I mean, you might like to be on a bus, that's fine. But that's kind of how we tie it all in with our travel and the enjoyment side of it. Yeah. You obviously can't really do that with HIIT training unless you want to kind of burpee down embankment. I can't imagine it would be that enjoyable. It's an idea, right? Yeah. How do you guys feel about burping down embankment? Who's in?
But I think that's an important point. Do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, especially in the fitness industry, you see everybody on Instagram going to these net hot things, and although we all work at unit, which I think is the toughest workout in London, don't do it. But don't do it. Sorry, anybody watching. Sorry, Rob. Don't do it if you don't enjoy it. Don't just go there for the Instagram and then walk away. Do it because you enjoy it. It doesn't matter if all your friends love it. Just because they love it doesn't mean you love it. Yeah. If they all love HIIT training but you like running, then go run. Go join a running club. And do that, and you'll make friends who like the similar things. You expand your social thing, and then you expand on that, and you'll go to events that you do. Find what you love, and then you'll enjoy moving. Move for the love of it, not for the have to.
On that note, one thing that we are definitely all culprits of is we're not very good at doing things we don't like. Now, we're not saying here go and suffer through something that you hate, because that's 100% not what we're saying. But for example, yoga. We're not very good at it, but it would be very good of us.
Or any form of stretching.
Yeah, or we're just not very good at it, we're not very flexible. So we try and avoid it. And we do very well at avoiding it, because it turns out that, you could go and do yoga for an hour, or you could go and run for an hour. And we know which one we'd rather do, so often we choose the run. But actually our body would benefit far more from the yoga. The reason we don't enjoy it is because we're not very good at it. And of course, no one likes doing things they're not good at. Like, even if we're being totally honest here, I am not very good at cycling. At all. I'm very, very slow. Very, very slow. And I actually do really enjoy it, but I enjoy it less. Like, I'd probably enjoy it more if I was by myself, because I wouldn't, we worry about, holding people up or whatever. Whereas when I'm out running, I know that I'm fine, and I know that even if I'm struggling, it's not that I can't do it, it's just that I'm tired. Whereas with cycling, I'm just not very good at it. I'm not a very efficient cyclist, it turns out.
Hannah likes just one gear.
Yeah. I'm also a bit wobbly on it. So don't be afraid, it's fine, We're not all good at everything.
Downhill's not a strong point. Break.
Yeah. But I know that it's something that I do want to be able to do, do more miles and do more cycling. I do enjoy it, so it's something that I need to put time into. So although we're saying don't do things you don't enjoy, if you know that you just don't enjoy them because you're not very good at them, but you want to get better, then don't be afraid to kind of admit that and just go and seek advice. I was saying today that I actually might sort of look into getting a cycling coach just for a few sessions, just to kind of find out what it is that I'm doing wrong. Because at the moment I know that I'm not very good, but I don't really know why. I just know that I find it more difficult and I'm not very efficient. So ask questions, I guess, is the thing we're coming away from with this. Ask. We were kind of so afraid to do it because we felt like we had to be an authority and we had to be an expert because
and we should know.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. Like, no one knows everything. People spend years and years and years and years and years studying all of this kind of stuff to give out the advice that we want to give out. So why should we know it yet?
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
And you never know unless you try. So if you've never tried it, then you don't know if you don't enjoy it. Kind of thing. So give it a go. I mean, like when I signed up for the IronMan, the furthest I've ever run is about 6 miles, and I hated every single second of it. And now I'm going to do a marathon. And I've actually learned to love running because of the endurance side of it, because it's not about speed, it's about the journey. And so I've slowed down my pace and I take things in, and it's so much more enjoyable.
She's also found 2 really good running partners as well.
Yeah.
That's so fast.
if you do want to go for a run, but you're not feeling 100%, or you're a little bit tired, don't go and try and smash your 5k time. Just go and enjoy the run. Take a step back. Don't stress over it. Just enjoy the time you're on your feet. You'll get so much more out of it, not just physically but mentally. For us, definitely running is a bit of a release. I like just kind of get in a little zone, and you kind of forget about what's going on in the world around you, no matter how stressful your day has been or how tired you're feeling. And actually, you'll get kind of 5-10 minutes in and you'll have totally forgotten you're tired. And you'll just be enjoying the fact that you've managed to get out on your feet. It's a really incredible thing. The thing we love doing is being active.
But also, like we were talking about earlier, there's that danger for us of the overtraining, because it's something we do love so much. So when you do love it, you're like, oh, I want to go do that, I want to do it. But you do have to listen to your body when you start to feel that fatigue, and you know that you're not improving and plateauing in every aspect. At the moment, our weights have sort of plateaued because we're increasing our miles and things like that. That's fine because we're improving in other areas. But if you notice everything's plateauing or anything going down, that's when you know you're overtraining. And even if you're still enjoying it, like, you do just have to have it. Even if you sit down and write what you did in a week, and then if you saw someone else do that, it would be like, actually, it's a little bit too much.
And it's so easy to get just caught up in performing. Like we've talked about it quite recently, about kind of one of the, and I'm not dissing the brand at all because I absolutely love it, but one of the kind of most popular slogans in the sporting industry is just do it, which we all kind of live by. Of course we do, but how far can you push that? You know, there's getting things done, and then there's getting things done in an effective, efficient way that's going to benefit your training or benefit your body or benefit your mindset. It's very easy to just do it, but that's not going to really help in the long run.
I think it's important you said it's quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
So if, like, say in my taper week when I did have to drop the hours, a lot, I made sure every session counted and it was working towards things. So example, I don't, though I'm training for a marathon at the end, I don't do that much running, because running on the pavement destroys your ankles, destroys your knees. So I strength train from it. And another part, we do hill sprints. So we went up Primrose Hill and just killed ourselves.
I hated her.
I died at the top.
Everyone else was just sunbathing, having prosecco, and we were like sweating, be like, sorry, just like trampling on everyone.
It sucked, but it was so good because it's a different style of training. So instead of going out for 2 hours, our legs were still absolutely brutal, but we did it in a different way, and we pushed ourselves to the top, and it was a lot shorter, so it's a lot less stress on the body for a longer period of time, but you're still putting your body through the kind of training that it needs. And so it's making sure if you are tapering down, you still get quality sessions, not just going into the gym for 2 hours. We're probably in the gym for like 40 minutes for today, and we got everything done, absolutely done.
And speed work and interval training is it's definitely attributed hugely to my training. I don't think I've ever been this strong in terms of my running as I have been. I'm not saying that's all down to that. It's down to a lot of things, and having that variety in my training, but it's definitely helped. And it's also, it stops it getting boring. It's interesting.
I was saying it's good at teaching your body to recover as well, because it's, if you do get to that point in endurance events where you've just hit a wall, you need to, even if it's 2 minutes, you stop to put a bit of food in, whether if you can mentally get back into I'm okay, you can bring your heart rate back down, just 2 minutes makes all the difference. Whereas if you've only put train just running, or cycling, and that's all your body knows how to do. Whereas when you're giving it that real kick up a hill and you're jogging it back down, and we were like, oh my god, I'm so tired. But even when we had jogged back to the bottom, you're almost ready to go again. Like, and the more and more you do that, you feel comfortable pushing yourself to the edge, knowing that you're going to get back into that I'm okay state again.
You get a partner who's good at running hills to push yourself up.
She's very good at running. There's loads of clubs as well. Like, for example, I went to one on Saturday. I went to Adidas Runners on Saturday, and they run it on a 4-week cycle. So the first week is intervals, the second week is fartlek, the third week is hill sessions, and the fourth week is kind of a recovery week. So going to stuff like that is really like beneficial if you're not really sure where to start with that. And I got such a good session out of it. Like, and also it was a really nice group. Everyone kind of supported each other, and it was a really nice way to spend an hour. That I actually I got just as much out of it as I spent an hour running on the roads. Loads of run clubs.
Yeah, it's just
based
on
all
the
around
website.
London.
Nike as well.
Yeah, do one.
Yeah, and they were free.
They're all free. Yeah, exactly. So you can get loads out of them. I think that's kind of pretty much everything training wise. We will be doing another one on pre, post and during race nutrition. So we will be doing another one of those soon. In case you don't know, we are heading to China to do our 50-kilometer run along the Great Wall of China, which is super duper exciting, and that will be our big challenge of the year.
2017.
And then we'll obviously start planning the next one because, you know, why wait? We have got a few ideas up our sleeves. If you have any other ideas, then please do let us know. And we also want to do something sort of towards the end of this year with Chloe. We're going to do 3 peaks, which is kind of already in the diary.
Yep.
But we want to do something else, probably cycling based. I really don't my game because it's still super fast.
No, Chloe's super fast.
These two,
I'm just normal.
These two are super fast. So also, if you have any ideas, that Chloe has got an idea up her sleeve.
Yes. Well, my initial idea, I did propose we cycle across Canada. I love Canada. And then we kind of looked into it. I was like, that's quite a few thousand kilometres. Maybe not, especially when you can't really cycle. So then I was like, okay, let's work on the 50 or the 5. And then I thought, what about if we cycle through Europe and hit 5 countries in like 5 days or something? But then I realised that France is quite big. So I was like, okay, 5 capital cities in about 2 weeks or something like that. So we're gonna hopefully cycle London through Europe, 5 countries in about 10 days.
And not only is that going to be bloody tough, obviously, and probably even more so because I can't cycle, so what stabilises maybe, but also we're going to be able to explore 5 cities in Europe that some of them we may not have visited before, some of them we may not have visited once, I mean not on bike, but we're going to be able to travel, which is really super cool, and it's definitely something that all of us really want to do more of. So we're kind of trying to tie the 2 in.
There's no better way to see a country than on
and I think you get so guilty of when you, especially like fly there and stuff, you just drop down, you sort of do that area and you fly home like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Seeing that like cross section of a country and it becoming another country and like coming through.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
So that is our little plan for sometime this year. We are also keen to do some more UK based stuff as well to make it really accessible to you guys. So please do comment below with any suggestions you have.
If there's any of you who are looking to do an Ironman or have already signed up to one, if you would like us to get Chloe back on, either do like a pre-Ironman or a post-Ironman chat, then let us know if you have any questions so we can get Chloe back on to answer them for you.
It'd be great to hopefully share some of her incredible knowledge and training experiences as well. So I think that's a big one. You can have drum so much knowledge into someone, but actually Chloe's been through it all and is still going through it all, so she can share some more personal experiences.
Highs and lows.
Say that it's okay.
A lot of highs and lows.
Yeah, it's okay to find it tough or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
End of our rambles.
End of our rambles. And thank you so much for listening. And we will be back soon with one sort of more based on nutrition. But until then, bye. Bye.
Stop stroking your leggings, it's going to ruin the volume.
Sorry. All online. But yeah.
Not by pigeon.
No, not by pigeon. Wow.
Capture pigeon. Or Gort owl.
Yeah, that would be really, really nice.
Maybe eagle if you're feeling fancy.